Hi friends, welcome to the channel Unshackling Sudoku and Puzzles. Ashish here, and today I'll be solving a 6 by 6 irregular little killer Sudoku. So it's a Sudoku variant that was posted on LMD Logic Masters Germany portal and was posted by Sudoku Explorer. So it was a viewer's request and not actually a viewer's request. So one of our viewers had asked me to solve this Sudoku and let him know that if it had a very good logic or not. So I had to solve this, and then I realized that it has a really good logic that can be shown in the channel. So I thought of making a video on this one. It's a really good Sudoku, and to be frank, I've already solved it, so I just know how the logic works here. And many people have got stuck on this Sudoku, and even many top solvers weren't able to solve this Sudoku logically. So I thought of covering a video on this one. And before going to the video, I would really suggest you to check out the channel Unshackling Sudokus and Puzzles. If you haven't done so, subscribe to the channel. It will really motivate us to cover videos on daily basis. And if at all you have a request for any Sudoku variant or a puzzle genre, do let us know in the comment below and we'll surely make a video on it. And now coming on to this Sudoku, this is a really smaller grid, right? 6 by 6 Sudoku, and making a very tough 6 by 6 Sudoku is really a difficult task. And the logic involved in this Sudoku is really marvelous. So the rules are you need to place 1 to 6 in each row, column, and irregular shaped box. So there are exactly 6 irregular shaped box, as you can see. So each of the boxes also will have I mean to say each of the irregular shape region will also have numbers 1 to 6, and there are some numbers with the arrow directed inside the grid are given outside the grid, right? So there are few numbers here plus the arrow given in the direction in the grid, right? So the arrow plus the number indicates the sum of all the numbers in the direction of the arrow inside the grid. So for example, if you have a 20 here, then sum of these four numbers would have to be 20, and numbers can repeat within a direction if they obey the classic rules, right? So this 20 means these four numbers would have to sum as 20. So these two numbers would have to sum as 7, and that is what the Sudoku means. So this is called an irregular shaped little killer Sudoku. So the sum outside the grid are called little killer clues, right? And with that we'll start solving this Sudoku. Let us try and see if we get something from the basic techniques used in the Sudoku. Any numbers if we get here. So as you can see, the 7 has three possibilities, right? Uses all the 6 numbers 1 2 3 4 5 6. So you have 6 1 5 2 and 4 3. So you won't get anything much from 7. We can get something from the 20 because we know that these two cells for the 20 are of the same region, which means that this can have maximum of 6 and 5, and these two can have a maximum of 6 and 6, that leads to 23. So 23, so 5 minus 3 is 2. So you cannot have a 1 on 20. You cannot have a 1 digit on the sum 20, right, with only 4 cells. Not at all possible, right? And okay, and you cannot have even a 2 here in any of these two cells, right? So let me mark that here. I'll just show you, but that I don't think so that will help much here. You cannot have 2 on these cells as well, 2 in this direction on these two cells, because if you have a 2 in any of these cells, the other cell can be 6 and these two cells will be 6 and 5. That leads to 17 plus 2 19. Not possible, right? So that isn't much helpful here. Okay, I don't think so we get anything from the normal basic techniques. So let us directly go to the logic, the global logic that is involved in this Sudoku. And for that, okay, I'll just do one thing is I'll mark all the cells that are directed by each of the 4 little killer clues, excluding the 7. There are 4 bigger clues here, right? So I'll mark all the cells here with the different colors here for each of the clue, right? So as you can see here, the 20 uses all the red cells here, the 16 uses all the orange cells here, the 14 uses all the pink cells here, and the 20 uses all the yellow cells here, right? So which means that just a second, okay, so which means that the sum of all these 16 digits is 20 plus 20 is 40, 40 plus 30 gives you 70. So sum of all these 16 digits is 70, right? So what logic here is that these two digits, sorry, not these two digits, okay, yeah, these two digits, right, whatever you have on these two digits will have to be in these two digits, right, according to the in-out rule. So let me show you what the in-out rule is all about. I have just marked a imaginary line between the row 2 and row 3. As we already know that between row 2 and row 3 we have drawn an imaginary line. So within the first two rows you have one whole region that uses 1 to 6 numbers, right? And then the other 6 numbers will always have to be 1 to 6. So there are 1 to 6 that are exactly twice in the first two rows. So this whole region uses once. So these 6 cells will have to use the 1 to 6 other twice, right, second time, which means that these two cells and these two cells would have to be equal, because these four numbers are a part of same region. So which means that these two cells and these two cells using the in-out rule will have to be equal. So that means I'll just mark that here, these two cells and these two cells will have to be equal, right? Same way, the same logic is applied everywhere. These two cells and these two cells would have to be equal, because same way an imaginary line drawn between column 4 and 5. So last two columns should have numbers 1 to 6 twice, which means that one of the numbers 1 to 6 is used by this region. So other 1 to 6 would have to be used by this region, a whole. And which means that these two cells and these two cells would have to be equal, will have to be same numbers. So if you have a 2 and 5 here, which means this also will have to be 2 and 5 in any order. Not sure about the order, but in any order. Now same way that can be used by these two cells and these two cells, and the same thing for these two cells, right? Now here comes the excellent logic here. I'll just remove the colors here, right? Now here comes an excellent logic that is involved in this Sudoku. I was really fascinated by this logic, right? So now we already knew that the sum of all the 16 numbers is 70, and as you know that there are exactly twice of all the groups that we have marked. The red group, the red group of 2 digits are exactly twice, right? This and this. The black group of 2 digits are exactly twice. The red group of 2 digits are exactly twice, which means that ones of each color will sum to 70 by 2, which is 35, because the sum of these 16 numbers is 70, right? Divide by 2 would be 35, right? And 35 is nothing but one of each color, because 2 of each color sums to 70. So 1 of each color would sum to 35, which means that these 8 digits, so 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 are all different colors, right? You can take the rows or even the columns. Even the two rows, the row 3 and 4 are exactly 4 different colors, or the column 3 and 4 are 4 different colors, which means that any of these 8 digits or these 8 digits will sum to 35. And there is only one possible way that you can do is 35. For the sum 35, you can have one of the rows as 6543, and the maximum digit, I am taking the maximum digit possible, right? 6 5 4 and 3, and the other row would be 6 5 4 and 2, right? That will give you the sum as 35. If you have 36, all the maximums would have to be taken, 6543 and 6543 in both the rows. So 6 plus 5 plus 4 plus 3 sums to 11 plus 7 is 18, which means 18 plus 18 gives you 36. So there is one digit that is lesser and would have to be 3, right? The minimum digit will be the lesser digit. So which means that one of the rows will have 6543 and other row will have 6542. And there is one more excellent logic here. Now we are not sure that what are the digits 6543 and what are the digits 6542, because you can have two sixes here as well. In these two cells also you can have two sixes, and these two cells can have two fives and other digits placed anywhere. But an excellent logic here is again that if you see red and blue groups, they are exactly seeing each other in the same row, which means that these four digits and these four digits will also have to be different, right? So green and black are seeing each other, which are even in this 2 by 2 box, and blue and red are also seeing each other, which is even in the 2 by 2 box, which means that these four digits also would have to be different, and these four digits also would have to be different, which means that these four digits also can be 6543 and one of the groups will have to be 6542. Excellent logic, right? Now still the Sudoku isn't complete. Still we have something more fascinating ahead, we will see. Now we have already deduced that these four digits would have to be different and will have to be one of the groups will have to be 6543 and other group will have to be 6542. We are not sure which one. Now let me say you one excellent logic here. We can directly deduce which of the groups will have 6543 and which of the groups will have 6542. And let me show you how is that possible. Now if you see the 20 and the 20 sum, right? This 20 and this 20 sum, let me mark that with the color here. This 20 sum uses these green colors and this 20 sum uses these red colors, right? Excellent. Now as we have already deduced, not only these two groups but even these two groups will have to be different. I mean to say we'll have to have different digits. So these four also will have to have different digits, because even the blue and the green color are seeing each other in the same row, which means that these four digits and these four digits also would have to be different. Now why is that helpful is, we can take the maximum. Let us assume, okay, let us not assume anything here, right? Let us take the maximum of these two reds and maximum of these two greens. So we know that the sum of these 8 digits would have to be 40, because the 20 for these green cells and the 20 for these red cells will sum to 40. Let us take the maximum of these two digits and maximum of these two digits, which would be 6, 5 and 6, 5, right? Of course, 6 and 5 in one of these two cells in any order and 6, 5 in these two cells in any order, which will sum to 22. You need 18 more, and 18 is only possible with the maximum of 4 digits having 6, 5, 4 and 3, which is one whole group. So which means that this group will have to be 6, 5, 4, 3, because if you take the maximum of all these 8 cells, that will lead to the sum 20. I mean to say sum 40, right? So the sum of all these 4 cells is 6, 5, 4, 3 plus 6 and 5 and 6 and 5 will give you exactly sum as 40. You cannot have anything maximum than what we have taken here. 6, 5, 4, 3 as 18 plus 22, 6, 5 and 6, 5 will give you 40. So if you take any number minimum than these digits, will not give you the sum 40, right? Now which means that really excellent logic, guys. So which means that these two digits and these two digits will be 6 and 5, 6 and 5. These two digits will be 6 and 5, 6 and 5, and these four digits would have to be 6543, 6543, right? Excellent logic, guys, excellent logic, I would say. And with that we can say that, okay, let me just mark the colors here now instead of the edges here. Okay, I'll just line. Okay, so we have done that here, and with that we'll mark the color here. These two digits would have to be these two digits, right? Superb. So these two would have to be these two would have to be these two, and these two digits would have to be these two digits, right? Superb. So which means that now we know that for the 20 sum you already have 6, 5, which is 11. So these two digits would have to be sum as 9, which is 6, 3 and 5, 4. Same way for the 20 here, you have 5, 6 here, right? Which means that these two would sum to 9, which is 6, 3 and 5, 4. So one of these two digits will be either be 6, 3 and the other will have to be 5, 4, right? And we already know that now this, we already know that one of these 4 digits would be 2, 3, 2, 4, 5, 6, 6, 5, 4, 2, right? Because this group is 6, 5, 4, 3, so this group would have to be 6542. We have already deduced that one of the groups will be this and the other group will have to be this. And same way, okay, so one of these will have to be 6543 and 6542. So let us see what we are getting here now. Okay, so we know that the 2 cannot be in one of these 4 cells, so the blue and the yellow cells cannot have a 2. So one of the red cells and the green cells will have a 2, because whatever 2 you have here will have to be these 2, right? And which means that the green and the yellow cells will have 4 and 3, 3 and 4, right? So which of the yellow cells will have 3 and which of the yellow cells will have 4, we are not sure of it. And one of the red cells and one of the green cells will have 2 and 4, right? So we can mark that here, right? And let us see if we get anything else now. We get anything else? So we already know that one of the green cells will be a 2 or one of the red cells will be a 2, and that 2 will be transferred to one of the green and red cells over here, and the other cell would have to be 4 or 5 and 6, because we already got 5 and 6 pair here. So the other 2 digits would have to be 2 and 4, because the whole group of 2 into 2 green and red cells is 2, 4, 5, 6, and 5, 6 pair is already formed in this column, so which means other 2 digits will have to be 2, 4. Same way for the blue and yellow, right? And that is why I have marked that here. Now comes a very complex logic here. This Sudoku is really giving us a very tough time, but I would say this is an excellent construction, a very tough construction, and the geometry of the puzzle is designed in such a way that you get digits automatically with the logic that has been used in this Sudoku. Now many people will be thinking that we have already deduced the 4 little killer clues, so there has to be something with the 7 here. So while solving this Sudoku, I was in this assumption that now the next part of the Sudoku will be something with the 7, right? There is something with the 7, but not fully. The 7 will give you only one logic, is that you cannot have a 3 and 4 as the sum for 7. The moment you have a 3 and 4 for the sum as 7, you will have 5 and 6 in both of these yellow cells, but it is not possible in both of these yellow cells, right? So if you have a 3 and 4 and 3 and 4 here, these 2 digits would have to be 5, 6, which means both the yellow cells will be 5, 6 and both these yellow cells will be 5, 6, which is not possible, right? That we have already marked. So which means that the 7 sum can only have 1, 6 or 5, 2. That will surely not help you much, right? And let me say you the excellent logic here. And just a second. Okay, if you have a 6 here, you'll have a 5 here. Okay, one of the excellent logic here is that both 6 and 5 cannot be in the same group, right? That we have already sure. But if you have a 6 in one of the blue cells, you can make sure that the yellow cells would have to have 5 and 3, because we know that sum of these 2 digits would have to be 9. So if the upper 2 cell is 6, then the lower 2 cell would have to be 3, because then only you can make the sum as 9, right? So if, for example, let me show you why I am saying that. Let us assume you have a 6 in one of these 2 cells. Then to make a 9 for this 20 or a 9 for this 20, 3 would have to be in one of these 2 cells, right? And of course 5 cannot be with the 6, because both of these cells cannot be 5, 6. So 5 also would have to be 3. Would have to be with the 3, and then with the 6 you will have a 4. So that means 3, 4, 5, 6 can only be fulfilled with 4 being with 6 and 3 being with 5. So one of the yellow cells will have 3, 5, or one of the blue cells will have 3, 5, and the other vice versa will have 4 and 6, right? Now let me show you what logic here it is. What happens if you have a 4 here? This is what is the most toughest logic of this Sudoku. The moment you have a 4 here, you know that these 4 cells would have to be different, right? So let me mark that with the other color. The moment you have a 4 here, this cell would have to be a 2, right? This cell would have to be a 2. That gives you a 6. Okay, Just a second, guys. 6 and 3, 5 and 4. Okay, 4, 6. Just a second. This would have to be a 4 and a 6, right? 3 and a 5 is 6. That gives you a 10 here. So 4 and 6. And 2 and 5. Okay. Wait. Maybe. So if you have a 3 here, it just seems to be, you'll have a 4 here because that will be 4 and 2. So 7, then you will have to have a 9 here. That is possible by 6 and 3, right? 5 and 2 is not possible. So can you have a 3 here? Okay, I think so. I just marked the wrong deduction here. So what happens if you have a 3 here? That will lead to a 4 here. That will lead to a 2 here and a 4 here. So which means that the sum of these two digits is 7, right? Then the sum of these two digits would have to be 9. And 9 is only possible with 4 and 5, right? 9 can only be possible with 4 and 5 using these 4 digits, right? Okay. Oh, okay. Sorry. The deduction what I made was earlier was right. Sorry. Excellent. Extremely sorry here. So what happens if you have a 4 here? The moment you have a 4, you would have a 2 here. That will lead to 6 here, and that sums to 16, right? So we need 10 more, right? 10 more in these two cells, and the 10 more is only possible with 4 and 6, because using these 4 digits you can have only 4 and 6 in one of these 2 digits. But the most important logic here is that we have already deduced that one of the blue cells, both the blue cells will have either 4 and 6, the other yellow cells will have 3 and 5, or both the blue cells will have 3 and 5 and the yellow cells will have 4 and 6. So whatever you do, the 4 and 6 will have to be in the same row. So wherever you have a 4 and 6, you will have a contradiction here that you cannot have a 4 and 6 in any of these cells, any of these one of these cells, right? That's a really tough logic. The moment you have a 4 here, you will have a 2 here, and that leads to the remaining sum as 10. That is only possible with 4 and 6 with the 4 digits that we have used here. And we already know that both of these blue cells or both of these yellow cells will be 4 and 6. That will surely give you a contradiction that any of these green cells and any of these red cells will not have 4 and 6. And with that, we directly deduce that the blue cell will have a 3 here, and that gives you a 4 here, that gives you a 2 here and a 4 here, right? And if the yellow cell is having a 4, which means that one of these yellow cells will have a 4, that means the opposite cell will have a 5 and 3 and 4 and 6. That leads to 4 and 6 in one of the green cells, 2 and 5 in one of the red cells, which means that this cell would have to be a 5 now, because you have a 2 and 5, right? So this cell would have to be a 5. This will give you a 6, a 5, a 6, and that 6 gives you a, okay, so now you have a 7 here. For the 16 you need 9 more, right? And 9 is only possible with 5 and 4. So that gives you a 6 and 5, 6 and 2, right? And now 7 is only possible with 5 and 2, right? 4 and 3 are gone, 6 and 1 are gone. So 5 and 3, 5 and 2. So this is 2, this is 5. So 1 and 3 are pending. So this would be 3, this would be 5. This gives you a 1, this gives you a 3. And 3 and 6 are remaining. So this would be 3, 6. 1 and 4 is remaining. This would be 1 and 4. 1 and 2 is remaining. Now, okay. 3 and 5 is remaining. So 5 and 3. And with the 5 you will get a 4 here, because you need a 9 in this 2 cells and 9 in these 2 cells, right? So this would be 6. This would be 2 and 6, right? So this is 2. This is 6. This is 1. This is 2. This is 1. And this is 4. That gives you a 1, 2, 1, 3 here. So this would be 1 and 2. This would be 1 and 3. And with that we complete this excellent, fantastic Sudoku here. I would say this is one of the best 6x6 Sudoku I have ever solved. A really tough Sudoku, and I would say that I really enjoyed solving this Sudoku. At the start, when I was struggling to find the global logic, I realized that how good the Sudoku could be. And the moment when I found this logic, it was really fascinating. I was really happy that I could find this logic, and this Sudoku couldn't have been better actually. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Do like and comment if you want us to solve any other Sudoku variant or a puzzle genre, and don't forget to subscribe the channel. Thank you.